I'm noticing in the music community at large, with all these events companies starting around, also that what I'm feeling is this sort of culture, or rather the conditions are very fertile for getting jaded. And for sure, there are lots of reasons to do that. Potentially just getting down on where we are, or getting down on the speed of progress. Trust me, I know. But we really have to take it upon ourselves as a community and as a network here in this room, and also to help each other when we see this happening. There's a few key things we need to remember. First of all, any kind of sort of negativity or jaded attitude results in us trying less hard, and call it a phone it in culture. That is detrimental to everything you want to achieve, and everything we want to achieve, and everything St. Royal Entertainment wants to achieve, because once that kind of a culture, or the ground is fertile for that to exist, once it takes hold, we actually just devalue ourselves, because we tend to put less effort in, we tend to work less hard, we become less excited about performing. It's a wedding. It's always going to be a wedding. It's always going to be a corporate event. But it's going to be a good hang, it's going to be fun, and the repertoire is tasty. So we got to look to the joy of performing. And if you're getting down about the experience of being in a band like this, doing a gig like this, then potentially you're in the wrong place. Because once the joy is lost, and again, what I'm talking about is preventative. I'm not saying this is what the state of things, but I'm saying that I can observe from where I sit that there is a fertile environment for that to take hold, just by my observation of the industry and all the bands, and just listening to all the bands and event companies out there, and just listening to the industry, based on who I speak with and who I interact with. So we actually need to just redouble our focus and essentially get ahead of this and just look for the joy. And the way we get joy is actually more work. It's more work. When you've had the experience of being fully prepared for a gig, so that you are heads up aware in the moment, that's when that spontaneity, that's when that joy comes out for you in performance on stage. If you've hacked your way through the song and you kind of have it in your memory, and you're just hoping that the bass player or drummer or the vocalist, or we can sort of all just get through it, that is not how we experience joy. It comes from sureness and tightness and confidence, and that comes out, and that makes you a better performer. And so in order to do that, we just need to be tighter and better, and tighter as like people in how we hang out, and tighter in the rehearsal space, and do more rehearsing, and get work on stuff, workshop stuff. This idea that we can start and end the tune without a train wreck as being the bar of success is doing the entire industry that we live in a disservice. That's my rant. So some of you may listen to this and think, oh, okay, great. It's, he's asking us to work more. It's just, we got to work more. Like, great. That's not directly what I'm asking. What I'm proposing is the notion that preparedness, confidence, gives rise to joy. And if joy is what we're looking for, the fun, it's called playing music, not working music, to get to the play, the experience of joy and play, so that we're having fun again for ourselves, one, It's going to translate as we transmit it to our audience, and they're going to feel it. Number two, and that inherently increases everyone's value. So I want to address this, not because I'm saying I see it today, but what I see is the ground laid for it. So it's really up to us. It's our community and our culture and our value. If we are as good in terms of the performance we transmit as all the other bands, there is absolute no justification for being at a higher price point. Zero. Okay? Our edge is always needing to be nurtured, and our edge as performers is being engaging, entertaining, and our community. We have to find the joy in rehearsal. We have to find the joy on stage. We have to find the joy while we're not playing, but while we're together. And if that's not happening for you, then it's possible you're in the wrong place, which is okay. You need to honor yourself in that. But if you think that's where you want to be, and you can remember a time where you've been slamming on stage and had so much fun, where you step off stage and the fun is the thing that's front of mind, and the conditions of the gig are secondary, that's great, because we have good conditions here. We have good pay. We have a very organized group. We have good people to hang out with. There's no bullshit. You don't have to worry about getting paid. There's a lot of good stuff going on here. The bed is good. I'm still developing it. I'd love it to be the hands down best, and I'm working 90, 100 hours a week to do that. So find the joy and just stay on it. It's not this thing like, oh, here's the joy, great, I can go back to House of Cards, or I can go back to something else. It's like, it's constant check-ins. Just check in with your band. If something's not right, don't sit quietly and grumble. If something's not right, raise your hand, speak up, go to your band leader, talk to a consultant, talk to me. If you come to Liberty Village and want to talk to you, I will buy you a cup of coffee and we'll talk. Anytime, any week, give me a call. Just need to book it in advance. And I welcome it. I encourage it. So this is just a little rant, an observation that, recently I've been talking with a lot of people, a lot of network people, a lot of industry people. I'm observing, as always, the landscape where we exist as a company, where St. Royal exists as a company, and also observing the landscape of a working musician. I'm seeing a lot happening in our industry. So joy is where it's at.